are the people of Uganda. Their faces and their landscape are beautiful. They are rich in culture, but their current situation is bleak. Almost all are impoverished. Most are uneducated. Many are sick from AIDS and malaria. Many more have died, and countless children are now orphans. But there is hope, and in every individual, there is power. This is the story of how one organization, with help from people like you, is changing the course of many lives, giving these people a future. A chance meeting with a little girl.
What is her name?
Her name is Nyangoma. When Vivian Glick first met Nyangoma in her village of Chico-Iro, Vivian discovered that the girl's two siblings and mother were HIV positive, and her mother was dying. Nyangoma was not infected, but her future was uncertain. But with every problem, there is a solution.
I had what I feel was a remarkable connection with a little girl, and I've done a little bit of research and found that it is quite possible to send her to a good boarding school for a relatively small amount of money.
The Just Like My Child Foundation provided Nyangoma's mother with life-saving antiretroviral treatments and gave Nyangoma a scholarship. She was placed in a private boarding school and is now being housed, fed, and educated. Nyangoma has her family and friends, she can read, and most importantly, she has a future.
What would you like to be when you grow up?
I want to be a nurse.
A nurse?
Yes.
She's one of many whose life is being saved through education.
I love my school.
The Just Like My Child Foundation was formed in 2006. Vivian Glick, a San Diego author, businesswoman, wife, and mother, was at a crossroads. After having a child, her heart opened to the needs of children around the world. The incredible vulnerabilities of the children in Africa became unbearable to her. Vivian decided to go to Uganda, and her eyes were opened even further.
You are my pleading, now teach me your laws. Let me sing of your love, my God. Let your love come upon your people.
Vivian formed the Just Like My Child Foundation because in the Ugandan children she saw her own and realized that each one of these children deserved the ability to reach their own potential just like hers did. Vivian went to Bishop Asili Hospital in Luero, run by the Sisters of Mary, Mother of the Church. There she met the hospital administrator, Sister Ernestine.
When you are sick, nutrition is the basics.
In Sister Ernestine, Vivian met her ally for change.
She organized herself to struggle to raise money.
A community leader in Uganda with a commitment to action.
Is she HIV?
HIV positive.
We are having many cases of HIV who come to the hospital. They are helpless. They have no money.
The Bishop Asili Hospital had patients, but unfortunately no electricity. The Just Like My Child Foundation raised money for a generator.
They need this generator, so we have to make it very strong.
We've been watching the construction of this over the last several days. As you can see, this generator is not going anywhere.
That was just the beginning. The Just Like My Child Foundation raised money to sponsor a doctor to work at the hospital. Dr. Charles's salary is $1,200 a month, and he has cared for patient after patient.
Everything was bad. She gave up life.
She couldn't even smile. She was very sad.
The hospital was in desperate need of supplies, so the Just Like My Child Foundation supplied new equipment vital to performing surgeries, and money was raised to buy the hospital's first ambulance. Just Like My Child has obtained a CD4 testing machine to qualify patients for life-saving AIDS treatment, one of only 3 in the entire country. The organization is close to securing a surgical suite, and it has distributed bed nets that are protecting over 40,000 pregnant women and children under 5 from malaria.
We're excited and we're happy that we're saving so many people at the unit.
My name is Rosette. This is my daughter Gloria. My child is like your child.
just like your child. This is how little it takes to help.
Baby Christina, and the last time that I was here, she was just a couple of days old, and her mother had died during the time that I was here. They were very afraid that they might just dispose of her because they didn't have a means to take care of her. She was able to receive formula, and now very, very fat and happy.
The organization has raised over $100,000 to build a new school in Chico-Iro.
I have some supplies for the children.
The Just Like My Child Foundation promises that funds are going directly to the people on the ground.
It's providing hope
Yes.
and encouragement.
Yeah.
Working with village leaders to create jobs and income-generating activities so these women can care for themselves and their children. From the ground up, lives are being transformed. Not for the meantime, but for generations to come. With help, these men, these women, and most importantly, these children will have a future.
I am a doctor because the education. I want to see the use of education.
We love you, Africa.
We love you, Africa. We are young women and men of Africa, Uganda, the land of beauty. We are royal priesthood, peculiar people from Uganda, the part of Africa, for God and my country.